Hello Aries, this is Joe and I'm excited to do your check-in for the roughly the second half of July 2020, about the 19th through the 31st. So I'm doing an intuitive general tarot reading, and with that said, it's not going to be for everybody. It just possibly can't be, but there's always another message on another day that may be meant for you, so check back. I'm going to just, I've already pre-shuffled the cards. I'm going to pull from the Dreaming Way Tarot. That's the deck I selected for this reading. And we're going to pull some cards and see what is going on for you. Ooh, the moon in July 19th through the 31st. Now, I'm going to read all the cards upright. I'm not going to do reversals in this type of setting. And we're going to try and keep it to about 10, maybe 15 minutes. So that is my hope, is to not take up too much of your time in this reading and try to just get right to the point. And already you have some interesting cards, some nice cards, as a matter of fact. All right, Aries. Now, before I get too far into it, if you're a subscriber, make sure you comment below and let me know, because I am going to be giving away the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. It's this deck here. So all you have to do is let me know you're a subscriber, and I'll include you in a drawing after the month concludes. If you're not a subscriber and you want to get in on that, all you got to do is just subscribe and let me know that you did, and I'll make sure and include you in the drawing. And wow, interesting. So we're going to get right into your message here. You have the Five of Pentacles for the overall picture, and this is more about the time frame. It's bigger than the time frame of the 19th through the 31st. It's actually encompasses a bigger general period for you, quite possibly the last few months. So the Five of Pentacles, feeling like you might be feeling like lack, you don't have enough, or a worry of not having enough. But we're going to get into what the cards say and see if we can dive into this for some deeper meaning. So, Aries, you have the Five of Pentacles, and I did say this is like the idea of being in lack, or the feeling of being in lack. And with the Seven of Swords in your recent past, it just seems to me that this is definitely about something that you feel like you missed out on. And I see this as, to me, as an opportunity that either somebody was able to take advantage of and not you, or this was an opportunity that just didn't come through for you, and maybe you felt like it was unfair, and it was something that probably you feel has set you back. And if you've been experiencing financial difficulties or anything like that, it just seems to me that this is saying to me that this worry and this kind of fear of just being stuck in a longer cycle of kind of being a little bit in need, or feeling like you're not going to have enough to just make it through. So I see this here as kind of playing out where somebody, though, has maybe taken advantage of an opportunity that maybe you thought belonged to you. This could be in the workplace. And this could be with a job. This could be with, employment or some type of advancement that just didn't come through for you. So that's kind of the way I see it with the Seven of Swords. You have the moon. You have the moon in your present situation, and this is really at the center of things. This is central to the entire reading. And to me, the moon, I'll interpret the cards as I feel, and then also apply the traditional meaning to those. At times I'll kind of merge them together, but to me, the moon here in this is about the moon being the lesser light, the light that cannot completely illuminate everything, and so you may not be able to see everything. So it's kind of like using your senses to navigate through a situation where you don't have all the information, or you don't have a complete full picture and understanding. So you're having to rely on your intuition, your senses, to kind of feel your way through this problem or situation that you're going through. And so the moon is very central to where you're heading right now at this point in July. And going into August, it's really relying heavily on that intuition and relying heavily on your senses and your understanding as you see things right now. So anyway, that is your overall theme for the remainder of the month is the moon. The moon is helping you, and it's helping you and guiding you, even though the lesser light that illuminates things for us quite often leaves many shadows and things unseen. This is really about connecting with yourself and just really navigating things on a highly intuitive path. You have Temperance here, and Temperance is your challenge. And I see Temperance as being a bit of a two-sided coin here. One, to me, Temperance is saying that it's like your challenge is to moderate your emotions and to moderate your feelings, maybe your feelings toward somebody, that maybe your challenge is to not, you might be trying to let go of some kind of resentment or grudge in this situation. But Temperance is also saying that there's some things left undone that need to be wrapped up. And so I think intuitively you also know this, and that it seems to me there are better opportunities coming your way. And I think that intuitively you know that. However, in the moment, it just it doesn't feel good. And so it just might be a big challenge for you to kind of just live in the moment and not hold on to anything that you feel like has been done to you. And, you know, so we're going to move on though. In kind of the root of things is the Ace of Cups. There's something that, you really wanted. And I see this as something you really had your heart set on. Whatever opportunity that you feel may have been taken from you, this was something that you had your heart set on. And I feel like this was maybe for some of you a long-term goal that you were working toward. And it's like it took a piece of your well-being, or you let it kind of dictate that a piece of your well-being or your piece of your dreams has been kind of taken away from you. And you have the Four of Cups up here, and this is kind of like the best that this situation can offer right now. The Four of Cups, you're looking at what you have, but there's still something very much out there for you. And I think that you have to rely on this moon energy to really kind of intuitively connect with other opportunities and other things coming your way. And, you know, not to dwell on what you didn't get or what you don't have, because there is something still in the works for you, and it is coming. And I think that you have the Chariot in front of you. And so this is like empowerment to me. And the Chariot I find interesting because when I interpret the Chariot, this to me isn't just a driving force. It isn't just your own personal momentum. Excuse me as I trip over my words, but this is also, the Chariot is pulled by horses. And to me, it kind of represents that spiritual force, that force of nature, that force of the divine leading you and guiding you. It's really doing the bulk of the work, and it's pulling you forward. It's going to allow you to move forward a little bit with a little bit less friction, because there is something in the works for you. And I like it because it really is about justice and the balance that you want. But I also feel like this is kind of a karmic justice too, that it's going to come out of this situation, and it's going to relieve some things for you that I think are going to bring some great things your way. And I'm going to kind of tip you off because of the stars here and the outcome. But justice is really, this is about your heart being set on something, and maybe something was either unfairly or unjustly or wrongly kind of, you were cut out of that. And this is, to me, I see this as the universe, the divine, coming through to kind of make things right for you. You have the Queen of Swords here. And this is what's influencing you in your external environment. So there's some people, I think, that are around you that are trying to keep you focused and kind of keeping your eye on, better things ahead, to not dwell on the past, and to kind of circumvent those negative thoughts about the situation. So I feel like you do have some very strong intellectual type people around you, or pragmatic thinking type people that are helping you see things and keeping you encouraged, keeping you on your path, going in one direction. And I think this is a good influence to have around you. It could be a spouse, somebody in a relationship that you're involved with, or it could be a family member, friends, anybody. But it's somebody that's very strong with their mind, and somebody that is very direct and is very encouraging of you. And I think this is something that's helping you along the way. Now, interestingly enough, your hopes and fears, the Nine of Cups, the Wish card. You really want what you want. And, you know, I'm going to make a little joke here because this is kind of what came to my mind. I don't know if you've ever seen that J.G. Wentworth commercial, and it's, you know, it's my money and I want it now kind of attitude. Is I kind of feel like, and don't get offended, but you might want what you know is coming to you sooner than it's really able to be delivered to you. And I think that temperance is also part of this saying, to just take a step back, take a breath, let things get worked out. Things that you can't clear out yourself, they'll naturally work themselves out, and your wish, what you want, is going to come through. But I think it's going to come through better than you'd hoped, because you have the star here. And here's the thing about the star. I talked about the moon being the lesser light, and the star is a sun, and the sun is a star, essentially. The star is that pinpoint of light, and the sun is also that point of light. It's just closer. So the star is really the perspective of your wish manifesting at a distance, and it's coming through for you. So it's going to manifest, and it's going to bring some very good things your way. I think that there's going to be some financial reciprocity and some justice, and I think there's going to be some fulfillment of some things that you missed out on, and I think it's going to be better than you had, you know, anticipated at some point down the road. Definitely getting into August, you should see some things turn around, and I feel like this is a wish and a prayer and a hope really being answered for you. So we're going to conclude it, but I'm going to talk about these cards here. You have clean it up, and to me this isn't about you necessarily cleaning up loose ends, although I did say there might be some unfinished business with temperance that you got to tie up and take care of. I think cleaning up is a lot about things around you having to be cleaned up in the situation, things you really can't take care of yourself. It's things that have to naturally work out on their own. And I think this is kind of part of what that is. And then you have, I love this, you have the sublime card of fire. And so this is very much about the third eye and the creative psychic force that I think you're tapping into, and it really links up really nice with the moon. It's that fiery passion, but it's that all-knowing, all-seeing eye, and I feel that this is really a lot about connecting with yourself when the lesser light, so to speak, of the moon is not illuminating everything, and you kind of have to feel your way around. So that's the way I see it, Aries. I think it's a great reading, though. I think you're going to come out of this cycle very nice, and you're going to be happy with the way things turned out in the end. So I'm going to wrap it up here, and I'm going to thank you for taking the time to watch this. If you enjoyed this, leave me a thumbs up, and there's some information in the description box about myself and the videos and whatnot if you need any more information or want any more information about my channel. And I'm going to leave it here, and I'm going to say have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again soon.